What's up, guys?
And today's video is brought to you by...
What's up, guys? This is Tim from Street Bandito, and today we're fitting junk in this truck.
I don't know, I feel like I'm gonna slide really fast.
I got you in slow motion, man.
Huh?
I said you might go fast, but I got you in slow motion.
Feel small out there. I actually grip around it.
Yeah.
Just bear hug, and then I might just fucking.
Okay, so like I said, wow, it's really echoey in here. Like I said, one of the main challenges is going to be fitting everything inside this car because it's super small. To fit the motor back here, and then also 2 full sets of Chevy Volt batteries, which is 6 huge batteries this size. So our next project is going to be test fitting everything and figuring out how we can fit at least 1 seat in here.
That boy imagination running wild.
Trying to figure out how to fit all this stuff back here.
Box of foam.
Okay, so today we are going to be going over fitment of all the major components. And being an electric car, they're going to be mostly battery. These are obviously not batteries, these are blocks of foam that I crudely cut out in slightly larger than battery size, just for fitment. So we don't have to carry around these super heavy batteries. I think this whole pack is like 350 pounds, so
Jeez.
rather not. And then also where we can set the Tesla large drive unit. I don't think we even went into detail, but this is a large drive unit which comes out of the back of a Tesla Model S. This is from a 2016. This is just the base unit, it's not the performance. So this will have 450 horsepower with the voltage that we're gonna be running. At like around 400 volts, high 3s. The performance is exactly the same dimensions and everything, but AEM's still working on their compatibility of their system to the performance with their little chip that we're gonna put in here. So we're gonna go ahead and just build it out for this, and then later on down the line, we can just, same exact mounts and everything, just drop this motor out, put in a performance motor with the new AEM chip, and we'll have 600 and something horsepower instead of 450. But 450 is a great start for right now, so we'll add horsepower later. That's the way to do it, right?
At this weight, yes, you're not lying.
We have a seat in here right now. This is just Greg's old simulator seat.
Simulator seat.
Simulator seat from a simulator. He actually replaces with another Energy, so he has a nicer seat for a simulator. But these are the mounts we'll be using, and I will be mounting it at this angle. Keeping with Aaron Beck's like model for this car, it's supposed to be based off of a Formula 1 car mixed with a hot rod 32. In his model, he had the driver's seat slightly more center, and then the passenger seat was back and off to the side. We're gonna go a little further and not even put in a passenger seat because we're not gonna have any room. So we're gonna do center drive position, and we're gonna do pretty far forward. Maybe not this far, maybe back another inch from here. We'll have to figure it out, but that's what this episode's about. Fitting everything in here. My legs will come out of here. We'll have to cut this. We're not using this firewall anymore. There's actually not much of this that we're actually using. We're gonna have to chop the body a whole bunch. The 32 Ford does not actually share that many dimensions with the F132, which is gonna be the FE32. So we're gonna have to chop like 4 inches out of it, height-wise, and then add like a foot, I think. I don't know. We'll get into that in a later episode, but right now, we have to fit batteries. And this is one battery pack right here. This is a Chevy Volt battery pack, a full pack. It's 3 individual batteries that are just ran in series. And what I've done so far is cut out, that's essentially one pack. So there's one small battery, a medium, and a large under this cover. And I've cut a second large, but I need to make a second small and medium, but we can kind of, we'll figure out. We need to just, the way I think I'm gonna set it up, we only need to set up one side, technically, and we'll know if it fits or not. I've already taken all the bolts out of the outside of here. You see if I lift up this cover, there are our 3 batteries.
Yeah, it looks crazy.
Yeah. So it's 96 cells, I believe, in total for these 3 batteries.
You said this came off of a Volt?
Chevy Volt, yeah.
It's crazy. They made a T. Like, you know.
Yeah, oh yeah, so the driver would sit right here. And then passenger sits here.
Okay.
This is the front of the vehicle. And then the rear seats, you literally sit on top of the batteries. Yeah, so this is like center console. So it's crazy how close you are to this, and all that's really protecting you from this battery pack is some sheet metal and then this fiberglass cover, which, I mean, cracked and me just moving it around, so it's not that strong. So we'll have sealed up stuff and it'll all go in the back and it'll mount from below, but this is the battery pack, but half of it. So we're gonna have a second one of these, but I figured I'd just get one for now just to do some preliminary testing. We have to set up our BMS and everything like that. AEM has their own BMS that they're coming out with, so I'm excited.
Dude, AEM about to save us so much time.
I know.
I can't wait.
Yeah, being able to take a Tesla motor like this and drop it into a car and not have to do like a million crazy things and like trying to figure out like your own CAN bus stuff or put your own chip in here or pay a ton of money to have someone else put a chip in here.
Yeah.
Because you can't just plug up to this and go ahead and drive with a Tesla motor. You have to replace the motherboard on the inverter side of this motor. Half of this motor is an inverter, and then half of it is actually the electric motor.
Oh, okay.
So the inverter does the actual 3-phase power. If you didn't have an inverter, your gas pedal would be on-off. So it'd be full throttle or no throttle.
Dude,
so you don't want that.
Wild. Imagine trying to drink some coffee.
Yeah, exactly. You want to be able to ramp it up slow, and then you'll be able to adjust everything. You can do like hill hold, so when you're on a hill, like an automatic essentially.
Yeah.
You can make sure that you don't like drift back. You can adjust how much regen you want, so whenever you're braking or just slowing down, it'll just regenerate power back into your pack. You want to make sure you're not putting too much power in your pack too fast. So all of that with the AIM system you can program. So it saves everything and makes your car drivable, which is very important. Another thing about the batteries, they're actually they're cooled with some coolant. Runs through these little passages.
I was gonna say, what is that with the orange?
No, the orange is the power cables.
Oh, okay.
We're not going to be touching those. And actually, this is I forgot what they call it. It's basically a huge fuse that what it does is it splits the pack voltage in half. Well, the fuse is gone, I took it out. So this is not even fully live. This half is live and this one's live, I believe. But, so instead of like 350 volts, it's whatever half of that is. 175. No.
Oh, I was wondering why it smelled fruity in here.
Yeah, so coolant runs through here, out, and through this battery. And then there's actually little tiny passages in between each cell group that lets coolant run through it this way, and then it runs back, so it carries the coolant back. So it's one big loop through the whole thing, and then it passes through the cells at the same time. All right, so next we have to fit these foam blocks in here. That never wants to stay in there. Don't worry about it. Everything we're gonna be fitting in here is gonna be for just the batteries, because the motor, I was setting it up to fit right here. We have to actually extend the trunk of this, maybe 8 to 10 inches. So it's gonna be offset even farther back, giving us even more room with the batteries. We're doing a preliminary setup of the batteries. And if I can give the motor and batteries more space away from each other, the better. For now, we're just gonna try to fit these fake play batteries in here.
It's like Legos.
Yeah. So like I said, we have 2 large ones. And And the floor will be cut out of here. There'll be a floor from the firewall forward, but everything back will not have a floor. So there's one big battery. And I want to keep the weight in front of the rear wheels, which, I mean, we will obviously be, but farther forward would be good without encroaching on too much of this space. We're not gonna have seat sliders, but as you can see, there's 3 indentations on the, 3 holes in the seat mount bracket buoy. So we can actually move this probably, what is that, like 1.5 inches? So I'll have the farthest forward setting for me. And then if, you know, Greg wants to drive it, we'll bump
Greg's
it
the only one that's gonna have to worry about that because both of us gonna be quite fine.
5'8". What's up?
5'8" with the Hocus.
Okay, so I'm thinking maybe like something like that for 2 medium batteries. I mean, or 2 large batteries. And then maybe something like.
So you're gonna have one beside you?
I think I can get away without having any beside me. I'm trying to figure out how I did this last time. My thinking is do a medium here. Then we can put a small one here and a small one on that side.
Oh, that's not bad.
So it'll be similar to that. And then again, we'll have roll cage bars going over here, bars coming around, and then a whole firewall. Carbon fiber, of course. I don't even know if we talked about, we did talk about last time, we're gonna be cutting, we're not using this fiberglass body, this is just.
Yeah. They got to see the little sneak peek.
Oh, yes, good. Ugh. So, I mean, it's gonna be annoying to get into no matter what I do. But,
as small as them doors are gonna have to be?
Yeah, and so the other door is gonna be like 19 inches up from here, or 18 inches.
I hope you've been doing your sit-ups. A lot of core strength is going to be needed.
All the strength. But I mean, it'll also have a roll cage so you can grab the bars and like.
Oh, dude, treat
So I'll have to like.
Treat it like it's a NASCAR.
Get out of here and like sit on the side pod or something like that. So I'm thinking like making the side pods like have a metal piece underneath them so it holds them up.
Okay.
So I don't have to worry about stepping on it. I'm still gonna put a sticker that says no step on it for everybody else. It's a step for me. It's not a step for you. Unless you can drive it, then you can step on it. But yeah, it's gonna be a chore getting in and out, but whatever. It's gonna look cool. I do want to make it as drivable as possible. We haven't even gone over the real goals of this car. It's really just to be, I don't know, a concept car essentially, and then also I want it to be very drivable. So I'd like to do AC. I don't know about heat. I don't think I'm going to be driving this in the dead of winter. And then you have to run battery heaters and stuff like that too. If you're going to be charging or discharging batteries in the cold. They don't like to be cold. They want to be around 70 degrees at all time minimum. So I think it'll only be like a spring, summer, fall type of vehicle. But want to have AC, maybe power steering, all the works, like electric windows, no windshield wipers, we don't need those, but you know, the rest of the stuff. Okay, so I'm happy with the battery placement and the seat placement for now. Like I said, when we cut the back half and extend it, we'll check it again and make sure that we're good. And then obviously the other small one's gonna go on the other side and the other medium's gonna stack on top of that medium in the center. But now that we have the setup, I wanna test, I'll cut one of the doors down and tape it up and then do a test and see how easy it is getting in and out and how in the way this battery is, the height of the battery where it comes to the door bar that's gonna have to go across it and stuff like that. We're in there. So wait. Grab some tape real quick.
That's how they call it, tuck tape. Duct tape is a really great idea. Let's just change one letter.
But they also made it better. Tuck tape is way stronger than duct tape.
For real?
Okay, so this will be round about our door height, this big. And the side pod will probably start somewhere here and come out. So like I said, it'll be about this height anyways, so it'll have a little transition, but I'm gonna make it so this, the door bar that runs in here will have some support in here so you can, one, it'll hold the CSF radiator that sits right here. So you can also sit on it when you're getting in, so you could like slide in and, I don't know what the best way. Getting in is probably gonna be like this.
Except you won't have that to grab onto.
Huh?
Except you won't have that much to grab onto because the window will be there, right?
No, I mean the door will be open
Oh.
when I get in it. I can grab here, but also it'll have the roll cage too.
Oh, yeah,
There'll be more
true.
to grab on. Yeah. So I can like hold right here to get out, but it's gonna be a son of a bitch. We'll have this little door, but it'll also be about 2 inches shorter. Should we make it do this?
Yes.
Do this?
No, that's.
Should we
Dude,
do
I almost-
this?
Ooh, gold wing or suicide?
Comment what type of door.
I'm gonna say
Opening
suicide.
style. Suicide?
Goes in the era.
Yeah.
Gold wing kind of goes in the
Gives you the
era,
most
but
room up there too.
suicide because I mean,
You gotta make sure the front latch is real good though.
yeah.
'Cause, at speed, you don't want to be like, blah, blast your door open. But comment what type of door opening you would do. So now that we have battery placement, seat placement, door height all figured out, let's get to cutting the body. It's on my nose, right? Let me know when you're ready.
Laser.
Okay, that actually was